Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a Disney Cars birthday request video. Today, we'll be reviewing Ronnie Del Cooper, who's a huge Lightning McQueen fan. But before we get into the celebration, I want to give you guys kind of an update. So I just got back from Disney World in Orlando, Florida today. Today is Sunday, but this video won't actually come out for a couple more days. I'm pre-recording it because I don't have anything else to do right now. And yeah, I just got back. I had an amazing time. And thanks everyone for the comments down below saying have an awesome time, because I really do feel like that contributed to me actually having a wonderful time. I picked up this 45-year anniversary pin. Very, very cool. I might upload a little vlog on it as well. Not entirely sure. I got some footage, but not enough, I think, to make an entire vlog. But we'll see. I'll look over the footage pretty soon. So now let's get into the celebration. Party time, right guys? So happy birthday, Noah Schmidt. I hope you have an awesome day. I hope this video makes your day even better. And if anyone out there would like to make a birthday request or just a normal suggestion of their own, you can definitely do so. Just please watch the video at the top of the description below. It explains how to make a proper birthday request and suggestion. I think I might change the rules pretty soon, so I might have to upload another video explaining how to make a birthday request and a suggestion, but I'm not entirely sure of all the rules and stuff, but I think I will have to change them, unfortunately. But you know, progress, you have to change some things. But now let's get into the review of this awesome fan. I have to say, this is one of my favorites. Like, he's definitely in my top 50. And I know that sounds like a lot, but there are thousands of Cars characters, or at least hundreds of them, and thousands if you add in all of the variations. So top 50, that's actually really good. So let's get into the talk of his appearance and stuff. And appearance, I don't know. No one really knows where this guy appeared in the movie. He really could have been anywhere in the stands, but I did some hunting, like serious hunting. I couldn't find him at all. So maybe Mattel just kind of envisioned this fan in their head or whatever. I think he's awesome, so I'm not complaining. I think if they did kind of make him up, then I think they did an awesome job really creating him. So yeah, I don't know where he appeared in the movie. If you do, please let me know in the comment section below, but I don't think you'll be able to find him. I may be wrong though. Maybe I'm overlooking something kind of obvious. But now let's move on to his release. So he's only been released once, which is kind of surprising. But back in 2011, he was in one of those Target exclusive 4-packs with Lightning McQueen, Max Schnell, and Jeff Gorvette. So yep, he was that exclusive car. And this really started all of those 4-packs. Yes, there were some 4-packs exclusive to Target for Cars 2 before him, but they just had World Grand Prix racers and there weren't any exclusives. So he really started this exclusive trend. So after him came cars like Denise Beam, Bruno Motoro, Mama Bernoulli, and eventually Clutch Foster, along with many others that I won't be specifically mentioning in this video because there are a lot. And there's one thing that's very significant to note about all these exclusives that they share in common, but Ronnie does not. All of them were re-released after their quote-unquote exclusive release. So yes, all of them were originally released in Target exclusive multi-packs, maybe a 4-pack or maybe a 7-pack, like in the case with Frank Lachenson or Bruce Boxman, who actually hasn't been re-released yet. He might be in the future though. But getting back on track here, let's start with an example of Denise Beam. In 2012, she was released in one of those 4-packs, and she was labeled as the exclusive, like you can only get this here. And then 2014, Mattel completely betrays us collectors and re-releases her as a normal $4 single. So very, very frustrating there. A lot of collectors see this as a ripoff, and it definitely is, because they entice you to pay $20 to get this limited car along with a bunch of our cars that you already have, like McQueen, Max Schnell, Mather, etc., etc., and then they re-release it later. So very, very silly. But on the bright side, Ronnie Del Cooper is an exception to what I just said. And all of them should never really be re-released, but whatever. Again, Mama Bernoulli, 2013 4-pack, re-released in 2014, and again, probably here in 2017 as well. So, like I said, it's very frustrating, but I'm really glad to be reviewing Ronnie Del Cooper today, who of course has yet to have been re-released. And hopefully, he doesn't get re-released in the future. Now finally, let's dive right into the review of Ronnie himself as a diecast model. So as you guys probably know, he's a Mini Cooper. His last name is Cooper, which of course relates to that. He's a modern, typical Mini Cooper model, and you might see a Mini Cooper like this driving down the streets in your area. At least I do here in Illinois and the United States in general. Now it's kind of cool that he actually has a British flag, the Union Jack, on his roof, even though he's a Lightning McQueen fan. I find this pretty ironic because, most of the people, or cars in this case, in the United Kingdom would probably root for Nigel Gearsley or Lewis Hamilton, who are the British racers. Of course, Lewis Hamilton is also half Grenadian, I believe. I hope I pronounced that right. Never really got that right. But whatever, he's also British as well. So it's kind of funny that it looks like Ronnie is a British guy, but he's rooting for Lightning McQueen. So that's kind of cool there. And there is the Mini Cooper model right there on his hood above the grill, just like it is in real life. Very, very cool. And we do have a bunch more Mini Coopers to compare him to later on in the video. But right now, we're just going to focus on Ronnie. In addition to having the Union Jack on his roof, he also has it on his side view mirrors. I really like this touch a lot because Mattel did a great job putting the decals on the side view mirrors without making it look crammed or anything, because that is a very small space, especially compared to the roof size. And obviously, he has his Lightning McQueen gear, the Lightning McQueen 95 flag there with a yellow background. I believe this flag is actually unique to him because you guys know how sometimes Mattel uses the accessories / souvenirs over and over and over again. Like with Clutch Foster here, you have the boomsticks. I'm not really sure what they're called, but they're on Ronnie here as well. They're the same piece, but just repainted. So, yeah, I don't know what these are called. Boomsticks, slappers, I have no idea. I've heard like a bunch of names, but none of them apparently have stick to my brain. So, we're just going to call them boomsticks because I'm pretty sure you like wham them against each other and they make sound, I think. I think that's what they were doing in the movie with them. Anyway, so it does say Lightning McQueen on them. Very, very cool. That's like the Lightning McQueen logo from Cars 1. Focus, please. Okay, that's pretty good. But yeah, I believe he had this logo in Cars 1. They showed it kind of when they were doing the RSN announcements and whatnot. But that's pretty much it for his gear. Now, this is a moth plate, unfortunately. But of course, we're in that era, 2011, when moth plates were the thing that Mattel used a lot to interchange expressions and whatnot. I like the rims a lot. On the back here, we have the Mini Cooper logo again, and for some odd reason, a Japanese license plate, 07-29. And you have Japanese characters right there with a 500 above. So it's always confused me why or what's really going on with Ronnie. He seems like he's from Britain because he has the Union Jack painted on his roof and his side view mirrors. But then again, he's rooting for Lightning McQueen, and then again, he has a Japanese license plate. So, I don't know. Maybe he is from Britain. He traveled to Japan to watch the World Grand Prix race because for some reason he likes Lightning McQueen more than Nigel and Lewis, and he had to get a Japanese license plate. Is that how it works? Maybe it's like a passport thing where if you go to another country, you have to get a license plate specified to that country. I don't know. Maybe that's how it goes in the Cars world. I really have no idea. But anyway, there's a cool kind of light down there as well. And here is the base. Nothing much to really say, but I know some of you are interested in it. And that's pretty much it for Ronnie himself. And now let's do a couple comparisons. We have the first Mini Cooper to be released after him, Becky Whelan. I believe they are the exact same models. Both are blue. You know, I don't know. I feel like Becky seems to be shorter because the wheels are just not propped up as much. I think that might be the case, but they are very similar. The color is very similar. The rims are the same, and of course you have decals painted in the same areas. Roof and side view mirrors. Becky has the checkerboard design, which I actually really do like a lot. Unfortunately, they have the same license plate, but you can't really expect much more from Mattel when you get down to the similar or same models. I mean, Mattel, they do that all the time with the same models, like with Hondas, Mini Coopers here, Maseratis even as well. I'm not entirely sure of the full extent of it, but there are a lot. Now let's compare him to the next Mini Cooper to be released, which was Nate Stanchion. I feel like poor Nate here gets overlooked a lot because he was released toward the tail end of 2014. I think that people just forgot about him, including myself. I've always had him in my mind, but it's always been the back of my mind. I don't know why that is, but he's just kind of one of those overlooked, rather unpopular cars, but I still think Mattel did a great job on him. And this is actually when they slightly changed the Mini Cooper model from the previous Becky and Ronnie design to kind of a slightly altered one. The differences are very minor, but they are in fact there. And one difference is the little antenna here in the back on the roof. You can see the antenna. That was not on Ronnie nor Becky, but will be on the next Mini Cooper that we take a look at. We also have a couple other slight changes. Like, I mean, their sizes are pretty much the same, but one piece over here, whereas Ronnie and Becky, actually Becky was one piece too. Becky did not have a model plate. Ronnie, of course, does. Nate does not. There's some weird differences that, I don't know. You have the glasses on him and the back. You can see some more differences, like in that bottom light right there. It's slightly altered. I know, my tail light is very messed up on there. I don't know what happened. That definitely happened before I got them, though. You can see how the license plates are different there and the outline around them. And that's pretty much it. Just really slight differences that on a first glance you wouldn't particularly notice. And now let's compare him to a Mini Cooper that probably a lot of you guys don't have because it got canceled, unfortunately. And this guy is just an unnamed Max Schnell fan. He did actually appear in the movie, though, from what I can see. Whereas Ronnie, I'm not entirely sure about him. Now, he's the same model as Nate. They're technically different because Nate does not have the hole in his roof for the souvenir that the Max Schnell fan has. But they both have the antennas toward the back of their roofs. And on the rears here, they are exactly the same, but of course different paint jobs and, ironically and surprisingly, different license plate numbers. Very, very strange that they decide to do it on some models, but others are like, keep it the same, who cares, right? Of course, kids probably won't care, but collectors like myself, I care quite a bit because, I mean, that's a big factor right there. That is a big factor that makes these cars a little bit less realistic. But anyway, that is all for my review and the comparisons for this Ronnie Del Cooper. Actually, wait, I'm sorry guys, I want to compare him to the old retro Austin Mini Cooper that we have, who is Austin Littleton, the Nigel Gearsley crew chief. There's not really much to say for similarities. They're very different. The only similarity is that they're from the same company, just pretty much like, was it 40, 50 years apart? I'm not entirely sure. I think that this guy came out in the 60s. Could be entirely wrong though, but that's just my guess. And you can see some, like kind of in the whole model, like the kind of size of it, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but you have like low here and that kind of builds up, but they're still pretty small sedan type cars. But they're coupes because they're only 2 doors, right guys? I'm sorry if I'm just making complete nonsense right now, but I'm a car guy, a Disney car guy, not a real car guy. No, not at all. But thank you guys very much for watching, and let me know in the comment section below which Mini Cooper is your favorite. I'm going to have to go with the Max Schnell fan just because he got canceled. I love the expression, and I love the color along with the checkerboard design. But Nate and Ronnie are very cool as well. Becky, No, I'm sorry, Becky. I don't really care for Becky that much. But anyway, thank you guys very much for the continued support. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, happy birthday to Noah Schmidt. I hope this video lived up to what you hoped it'd be. I'll see you guys next time for another video, which hopefully will be sometime this weekend. I actually have Friday off from school because it is Good Friday, of course, leading into Easter weekend. So I'll try my best to release a bunch of videos. But that's it for this one. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.